Hey, this is going to be a fairly relaxing, hips focused session. One thing or three things that might help you, four things that might help you is a block. If you don't have a block, like a book or something you can support yourself on. A cushion or a bolster, don't worry about how big it is, something nice and firm is always good. A strap or bathrobe, a strap or something that resembles like a tea towel, anything will do. And some water or herbal tea or something that's nice to complement your practice. So get yourself those things, pop me on pause if that's what it requires to get you there. Pop them to one side of your mat and then come to a comfortable seated position. Comfortable seated position, Sukhasana, resting your hands on your knees, closing your eyes. Find your breath. Bringing yourself to your center. And if it takes deeper inhalations to get you there, try some deep inhalations. Maybe you've had a bit of a stressful day. Maybe your head's just a bit all over today. Inhaling in through the nose and hearing it, feeling it. Breathing in a way that lifts the stomach, that expands the ribs from side to side, that relaxes your jaw. If you can, using an ujjayi breath, so inhaling deeply in through the nose, and exhaling completely out of the nose and a slight drawing back of the belly button as you exhale to get rid of every bit of breath so that when you next inhale it's full, it's fresh and it's going deep into the body. The lips are gently touching. You can hear the breath like a wave as it comes in and out of our bodies. Flickering your eyes open. Okay. Bring the soles of the feet together. Konasana, Cobbler Pose, also known as butterfly. Don't worry about how far away or how close to the body your feet are. What we're aiming for is a straight spine or as straight as possible. Try not to arch. So sometimes it helps to have the hands either side of the legs. Sometimes it helps to have the hands on the insides of the legs because it can aid in us just pulling ourselves a little bit straighter. In that, we don't want the shoulders to come up by the ears. We want to bring them down. Konasana. Let's extend. I'm going to mirror you in this session. Let's extend our right leg forward in front of us. And I'm just going to tilt to one side so you can see what I'm doing. And our left foot in towards our thigh. So what helps to get us there is to bring the knee up, give a squeeze in, and then drop it off to one side, encouraging the sole of that foot to the inside of what will be your right thigh. Get comfortable here, point the chest forward, facing towards your foot. Flex this right foot, take a deep inhale, and forward fold. So only go as far as is comfortable, and straight away we feel this in the lower back and in the hips. We can engage the lower abs, drawing the belly button back into the base of the spine so we can get a little bit of a deeper forward fold. Exhaling everything. Feel the difference in these poses. So there's always going to be a variation for everyone, and we can even adapt it to how we're feeling, what we need in our practice. It might be that your hands remain here and you still feel this intense stretch in the hamstrings or an opening in the hip. It might be that you want to be supported and this position of the hands a little bit closer to the body or underneath the shoulders so we can support the weight of our upper body. Maybe we're looking for length in our spine and Still breathing. We can walk the hands forward, adding that length, extending collarbone right in front of us. Maybe we can relax the head, gets into the back. Maybe we're looking for a deep stretch tonight, and we can wrap the hands around the foot, pulling ourselves a little deeper. Listen to your body, it's your practice. There'll be a point that you'll know is where you want to hold. And we're going to hold it there for the next 4 breaths. Inhaling deeply in through the nose. Exhale, soften a little, keep the foot flexed on the front. That's 1, another 3 here. That's 2, notice you can just settle into the position. And we're going to use the hands to lift the body up, bringing the shoulders back overneath the hips. We're going to extend the opposite leg over the top of the hips. Extend your left leg and bring your right foot in towards that thigh. So again, you can squeeze the hip in and then let it drop out, bring in the sole of the foot in. Get yourself comfortable, adjust as you need. It's your body that you're working with. Lift the chest up, have the body facing forward, torso forward, and extend the hands. So find a spot that feels right for you. Keeping that front, what will be your left foot flexed. Extending through the spine, rolling the shoulders down away from the ears. Always returning to that breath, that inhale and exhale that helps us observe what area might need attention. Where we might be holding tension. Where we can move deeper into. Maybe you extended the arms. Maybe you wrapped around that foot. Let's hold for another 4 breaths wherever you are. Closing the eyes just allows us to go a little bit deeper inwards. Breathing in a way that fills every part of the body, so you can even feel that breath expand into the back ribs. That's 2, just 2 more breaths. Using the fingertips and the hands to lift the body up. Let's come back to the other side. So extending what will be your right leg and bringing that left sole of the foot in. So this time we're going to open up on our what will be your left side. So we're going to bring the right hand inside the right leg and we're going to roll this left shoulder up and open. So notice the difference in a forward fold and in a side bend. My spine, what will be hamstring through the front, is still lengthening up, but it's side bending this way. I'm finding length down the left side of my body. So this might be enough for you. And if it is, just check in that you can look up and see the ceiling. We're not forward folding so much that we crick our neck if we do. It's comfortable to gaze upwards. This right hand that's on the floor, there's a little bend in my arm, because I really want to be able to support myself. If I lock it out, I'm going to jar into this shoulder. So that bend just allows for a softness in my neck. This foot is still flexed. Maybe you can reach this left hand up and over. And if you do, encourage the left shoulder down away from the ear, even though the reach is through the fingers and the arm. Let's hold it for another 3 breaths. And any little jar that you feel in that left side, you can just back off, go a little higher. You don't need to deeply side bend, but of course you can if you like. If you're going deep tonight, you could wrap your left finger around your right toe. Notice my head is this side now. To finish that pose, or even to hold it like this, you want to be able to look under that armpit. If it's here, you want to back off. Find something that feels right. I'm still encouraging the edge of my left foot firmly into the mat, which lifts the position further. My breath awareness is in the left side of my rib cage. I'm going to use an inhale to rise up and a push into this right hand. And an exhale as we settle. Let's take a forward fold. So now I'm coming right in the middle of my hips. I'm going to bring the hands in front of me, half straddle, forward fold. We can just slowly walk the hands forward. This is where a prop might come in handy, because maybe you want to rest on your prop. Still flexing in this foot. Both of my feet are really active actually. Maybe I come onto my fingertips. Maybe I walk my hands a little bit further and let my head go again. Really nice, I enjoy this. It's very restorative. My nervous system can relax at any point when we have a tangible support. I mean, a support of any kind, emotional as well. We have the ability to let our nervous systems relax, but particularly when we're working on our physical selves, having a prop and that feeling of being supported can really aid us into finding a softness, a centering effect in each position. So find a position that you're going to hold for the next 3 breaths. Inhaling deeply again, seeing where that breath can get to. And we're going to use the hands to lift ourselves back up. And exhale. It's nice to exhale out of the mouth. It's more of a release breath sometimes. If you're not always using the nose, this time extending my left leg. And I'm going to bring my right foot in towards my thigh. And I'm just going to open the window for my cat who likes to get out of the window from time to time. Quite what you're eyeing up. Extending my left leg, your left leg. Bringing that left hand inside. Remembering that we're rolling this right shoulder up and open. And notice what I'm doing with my neck. I didn't explain that fully on the other side. So I'm allowing this release, and that's allowing the muscle, this sternocleidomastoid, massive muscle that holds the head up all day, to release, and with it I can let my jaw go. But we'll not worry too much about that. You can practice a neck release if it feels nice. A little bend in your left arm, really grounding so you get that lift. I'm not forward folding, it's a side bend. And as I inhale, I feel that stretch, that reach of the right hand up and over me. And this little lock of the elbow, notice that as I push that left elbow into the inside of my left thigh, I can roll myself over, flexing into that left foot. There's no neck release here because I'm gazing up. If it's more comfortable though, you can gaze down. It can create a hold if you're holding onto that neck for too long. Again, any jars in what will be your left side of the body, you just want to back off. So find a good position for you, and if you extend it on the other side, you want to reach for the big toe of the left foot. You start by being able to look over your arm, and then you hook yourself under so that you can get through, and it's a deep stretch into this flank, into the ribs. You get a really nice opening, and this push of this foot on the ground really helps. But find something we can hold. We can breathe in. If you're feeling anything in a pose that is making you hold your breath, then you want to go back to the level before and work through there. Let's lift ourselves up. And exhale. Taking a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale with engagement. So slowly, if we just sink into something, we're not going to feel every part of it on the way. So we just want to move into positions mindfully, supporting ourselves on the way down. So this might be enough for you, or maybe you grab a block and pop it under, or maybe you take that forward fold. Let's hold it here. And then let's lift ourselves back up. Using the hands, pushing yourself back up. And exhale. Okay, so this is where our block's going to come in handy. We're going to come into a malasana or squat position. So in a squat position, I'm aiming to have the soles of my feet on the floor. So it might be that you're here, we don't really want that, we want to be somewhere like this, but a squat can be anything from here to here, all the way down to here. Maybe you grab something that you can comfortably sit on, and it helps support if that's quite a lot of pressure on your thighs or on your feet. If you do find yourself lifting up, don't worry too much. We're just taking a nice relaxed approach into the practice tonight. So I'm going to just tilt to one little side so you can see what I'm doing here. Malasana. Let's use the elbows to open up the knees. Let's see if we can extend the spine. So I'm keeping as straight a spine as possible. Bringing my hands to that Anjali Mudra, creating slightly more focus, more union, and grounding myself in the position. Really helps to use the elbows to open the hands. Let's see if we can extend the hands forward. So don't let your knees come in as you do that. We're going to hold it for 5. Feet are still grounded. 4. Maybe you're sitting on something. 3. 2. Exhale if it feels good. 1. And reach the hands up and to the floor. Let's sit down. Nice. Release the legs. Give them a little bit of a shake if it feels nice. Your choice here. We're going to either come into a tabletop or a plane. So we're going to start by bringing the feet a little closer to the body, but you might need to shuffle them out. We're going to push the hands into the floor so that we lift the hips up. This might be enough. This might feel good. This might feel nice. Get yourself comfortable so that the knees are overneath the ankles and the shoulders are over the wrist. I'm just going to move that cup so you can see my fingers are pointing towards my body. Some practices do it with the hands back, but if you're hyper in the arms, it's a little bit more supported this way because you can take a little bit more of a bend in the arms, whereas if it's this way, the bend in the arms puts a little bit more pressure on the wrists. Push into your hands, lift your hips up. Nice opening in the shoulders. We're going to keep the chin to the chest. If you drop the chin back, it can feel nice, but it's a bit vulnerable on the neck. Also, if you've got high or low blood pressure, you make yourself a bit more vulnerable in that position. Just getting strong now. You can come down, or if you want, you can extend the legs forward. Coming into a plain position, deep hold. We're only going to hold for 3 breaths. For 1, 2, and 3. Bring the sit bones down, flex the feet, lift the body up, bring the hands either side of the hips, give the floor a push. So don't worry if you're not strongly pushing away against the floor, but we're pushing against the floor as much as we can. It's a very light touch that I've got with the floor now. I'm just creating some stability in my shoulders, my forward fold, length in my spine, strength in my spine and my back muscles. And exhale, we're going to take a forward fold. Exhale over the legs. Hands might come either side of the legs. Maybe start to drop a little bit as we did at the beginning of the routine. Forward folding. Your choice whether you stay supported, whether you reach the arms forward. If you do, be aware of the shoulders not coming up by the ears, or maybe you wrap the hands around the legs. There's going to be a point that you think, oh, that feels good for me, I'm going to hold it there. Close your eyes. Connect to your breath. And inhale to lift yourself back up. So using the hands, lift the body back up. We're going to come onto the floor. If you're staying on the floor after this, grab yourself a jumper, have a little sip of water, do what feels like what you need. Come onto your back. Reclined pigeon. We're going to bring one foot up. We'll all bring the right leg up and we'll place the right foot onto the left thigh. So this might be enough or something of this type. Ideally we'll bring this foot in so that we can lift that leg up. Again, this might be enough. I'm keeping this right foot active. Don't worry if it softens, but activating it's just going to help this hip open a little bit more. We're going to wrap the hands around the back of the left thigh and then we can just bring it closer towards the body. So you'll feel this in that right hip. We can keep this leg bent. It's one of my favourites. Another nice opportunity to close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Let's release, so bring that left foot to the floor. Place the right foot on the floor, we'll switch sides. Left foot comes onto right thigh. This knee's opened up. Shuffle that right foot a little closer. Wrap the hands around the back of that right thigh and then pull your leg closer in. Give it a little pull in towards the body. Nothing too intense. On our backs, we're relaxing now. So the joy about hip poses I find, especially deep ones like this, is I have a deep, fairly constant sensation to be aware of. So I can really tune into that. A lot of the time when you flow fast through postures, you don't get this opportunity to say, oh, okay, that's my hip. And we come out of it just as slowly as we went into it, releasing that foot, placing both feet on the floor. I will end with a happy baby pose, bringing the knees in towards the body. We're going to just hold on to them here. And then we bring the hands to the backs of the thighs. So this might be enough for you. If it is, bring the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and allow the knees to open, not too wide, but close to the body, but open. If this feels okay, we can take hold of the outside of the feet and bring the knees towards the armpits. So my soles of the feet are still flexing to the ceiling. And I'm going to close my eyes. Happy baby pose. And the breath awareness can come to the heart, the chest. Just feeling a softness in the whole body. Feeling the support of the ground underneath you, and allow yourself to be supported. Still holding on to the feet, slowly bringing them down towards the floor. Hands can move up the legs so they can get there. It might be that you just want to take a few minutes lying on the floor. If you do, you can extend the legs into a corpse pose. Let the toes flop open so there's that external rotation of the hips. If you're here, notice my shoulders have come up by my face, so it's nice to bring the shoulders down and move them underneath the body. Surrender the palms to the ceiling so you've got that external rotation of the shoulders too. If you've enjoyed having your hips open, you might want to bring the soles of the feet together, coming into a reclined cobbler position, just closing the eyes, allowing yourself to be still. And give yourself a few moments here. Just observing. Gently bringing a deeper breath back into the body, one you can observe, inhaling in through the nose, exhaling nose or mouth. It'll help to place your hands under your knees and carefully bring the knees together. When you're there, you might want to bring the knees in towards the body and give yourself a little rock. When you're ready, rolling over onto a side that feels right for you. And carefully pushing yourself up. The eyes can stay closed. It's nice just to stay in your practice for a short while longer. Sukhasana, comfortable seated position. Namaste. Thank you.